Thank you, everybody, for stopping in today, which is March 14th, 2021, year of the rebuild. This is Sprangboro Sessions. Sessions. Sessions.
Woo
Woo.
woo.
How we all doing out there? I am Jamie, aka Sprangboro. I'd like to introduce my friends. They are TJ Otto, aka You Are Dumbfounded, and Mr. Ty Baker. Rage of Hell, everyone.
What's up, guys? Number 48 or
That's where we
49. I'm sorry.
inserted the crowd noise right there to make it feel like a real game.
Trying to make more work for me.
Yes,
Episode number 49, my friends. The
49.
welcome. I want to welcome everybody to the 1 year anniversary of the 2 week lockdown. So, welcome.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers to that.
Celebrate to that.
So, this day, a year ago, my wife got approved for her car. And then in 2 days, I will then got approved for mine, which is the day before we lock down here.
hmm
Oh, man. Isn't that crazy to think about, though?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mm.
it's nuts.
So we're glad
Yeah.
to have you back, Ty. I
Mm.
know it's been a
Oh
little
yeah, welcome
while.
back.
Yeah, yeah, it has been a while. It's been pretty crazy as always. There was a lot of fun over the last few weeks. Uh, Ended up getting COVID, so
Mm.
that was something new.
Oh Jesus.
I'm it kind of set in after I'm pretty sure it was like a Monday or a Tuesday that I got infected. And by Wednesday, Thursday, I was starting to lose my sense of taste and smell, and
Yeah,
that's
Thursday
when
night,
I realized
you
it was
were
time to
like,
get
oh,
tested.
man. You're like, this is
Mm.
not good. Not good.
It was it was just partial at first, and it was just really weird because I remember waking up and I went to go make a cup of coffee like I do every day, and I couldn't smell the coffee, and I was like, it's weird. Like it just smelled like the most base coffee smell, and it was like a salted caramel coffee or something like that. And I was like, man, that's really weird. So I made it, and then I went to go drink it, and it just tasted like water. And I was like, oh, huh. Uh, that was the night before we were supposed to get on a plane and go to Florida for our 5 year wedding anniversary with my wife and I.
Man.
And instead, went and got a COVID test, and we got to spend 10 days in quarantine at home. So we made the best of it. We still had fun. We had a little anniversary dinner that I couldn't really taste, but it was still good. Uh, Got to spend a lot of quality time with the kids and the family. And now I'm finally back at work. I tested negative there. Oh, would have been last Monday, and so I'm back to work, and that feels good because we've had a pretty slow last couple months. So
Oh, that's good. At least you're getting better.
yeah,
Now,
I still have no taste and smell. It's pretty messed up. Uh, can't smell anything, and well, I'm starting to get little bits and pieces back of the smell. But like I had partial for a while, and then it just literally went away entirely. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings, and I ordered fried pickles and mango habanero wings, and I was like, that's my favorite thing to get. And I could feel the texture of everything, but no taste, no pickle taste. When I was eating the
that's
fried
just
pickles, it
weird.
was just crunch, and then the crunch of the pickle. You go to eat the chicken, and it's just what chicken meat feels like in your mouth.
There's
I
no
mean,
there's
but
no
there's no
burning
flavor.
sensation when you have it.
Oh, there's burning sensation. Like that,
Oh, okay.
your senses are still there. You get runny nose, burning sensation, but it's reduced a lot.
I
Well,
was
aren't
gonna
you
say that'd be like
glad?
an eating challenge gift right there.
Aren't you glad
Well,
that your smell will return, but it won't be like Novocaine, where it all hits you when it comes back? You know, like when the Novocaine wears off and it all catches up to you. Could you imagine that with
All
all
those
the
farts from
smells,
the past
all
week.
the farts, the
uh,
dog poop, fucking everything you smell in life, manure everywhere you go in the country? You know, because now is that time where people are starting to fertilize their some of their beds and stuff
yep,
because better weather is upon us. So I smelled manure,
yep.
this week a few times, and I'm like, yep, it's that time. It was like 60 something degrees. So thank God that ain't gonna catch up to you.
Yeah, that. Yeah, it's because I was helping my dad calf cows there last weekend.
Oh
So
man.
that's and I got to go work at a hog confinement on Wednesday. We had to do a bunch of electrical work, replace a motor and some other stuff, and so I couldn't smell that either. That was a whole new thing. My eyes were burning because of all the ammonia, but I couldn't smell anything. I was
Wow.
just like, it's so weird. It's the weirdest sensation ever. I
Well,
mean,
that's. Did you
try to
see on
imagine
the news
being
a
without a
couple?
sense.
Did you hear about that couple down in like Florida or something a couple weeks ago? That couldn't smell smoke and their house was on fire, and the neighbors come and got them out of their house because they couldn't smell.
Oh,
No.
The
dang.
smoke. Like how crazy,
It literally has to
People
be
didn't
in
have
your
fire alarms?
nostrils for it to burn you. No, I mean, yeah,
Crazy
it's
ass.
just like it's nuts. You
Wow.
cannot smell at all. And being without the sense of smell, you feel like Dewey Cox. Walk hard. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that movie. It's
walk hard,
pretty funny when he has no sense of smell
hard.
in that movie.
Yes, best part of the movie. He puts his hand on the wall,
Uh,
and he's standing there at the wall. And the guy says, "Dewey," he says, "Don't interrupt him." He says, well, Dewey Cox focuses on his whole, or reflects on his whole life or whatever. So he's sitting there going through his whole life and just everything. We said it'd be funny as hell. We were thinking about doing a photo shoot and doing a picture like we're all Dewey Cox with our hand up on the wall. Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
Jerry's always like, man, we got to learn that song. We should play that Walk Hard.
oh, it's good.
Yeah, it's funny,
It's a
man.
good one.
It's a good movie.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
yeah, I love that movie. What a ridiculous story. I forgot about him not having a sense of smell though.
Yeah,
Wasn't it something
it's
like with the
it's
baby? He was holding the baby or something, and they were like, "Oh," and he's like, "What?" I can't remember. I remember there was some
it
funny stuff in that
it was
movie.
it was more inappropriate than that as far as like it started off with like him starting to get famous and then going to go to the bathroom, splash some water on his face between shows, and all of his crew members being in there enjoying some reefer. And they're like, "Come on, Dewey, can't you smell it?" He says, "No, I can't. I have no sense of smell." So I can't remember the guy's name that Dave or Dale Atta. I can't
I know
remember,
which one you're talking about.
but
Though he's like the whole
it's a good
movie
movie.
until the very end, and then he's like, "Fuck you, Dewey Cox," and all kinds of shit. That movie.
It's
If
a good
you
movie.
anyone out there that is listening to this, if you have not watched the movie Walk Hard, you're definitely missing out. If you're into funny, inappropriate humor,
Yeah.
but what do you expect?
Oh, that's good stuff. But
Yeah, we.
where's the jug at, TJ? I notice I do not see the water
I know,
jug.
yeah. Yeah, no, that's gone right
Skipping
now.
out today.
That's none
I
of your
gotta get a new one.
business if you're being, if we're being honest here.
For being honest here, yeah.
I gotta get it. I gotta get a new one.
I'll be darned. Yeah.
Gotta get a
Yes,
new one.
gotta get a
Wow.
new
So
jug.
uh, another thing I was gonna bring up, finished WandaVision. Started watching that
I have not
at
watched it
like the
yet.
You haven't
oh
watched it yet? Oh man.
I'm
Damn
not going to talk about it very much. But
it.
all I was going to say is you have to give it to at least the third episode because I only did 2 episodes in and I didn't watch it after that. I was just like, yeah, I can't really get into it right now because there's other interests.
Yeah.
Uh, then sat down there the other day, watched the third episode, and then binge watched every episode in a row. I was actually
Yeah.
doing something on my computer that was like you had to be really focused for, and I'd planned on doing that basically most of the day and shut the computer and watched WandaVision. Just binge watched it. It was
It was a
good.
great
I enjoyed
show.
it.
Such a great show.
Definitely worth a watch, Jamie. Definitely worth a
Oh,
watch.
I'll definitely
Highly
watch it,
recommend it.
and I'll put it at the top of my list. I'll watch that one next. I'm almost done with Cobra Kai. I've been watching that
Yeah,
one for the
yeah.
last 2 weeks
Oh yeah.
or whatever.
How
3 weeks.
many seasons is there?
3, I think. I know I'm in the
3.
third season. Yeah. Um, I love that show. There's sometimes where it drags on. It's like, okay, all right. But then I just sit back and say, but I ain't got anywhere to be, so let's just go
It's
ahead.
true.
Carry
Heck
on.
yeah.
Carry on. Sorry about that. I'll just sit back and watch. You know.
I forgot
Uh,
what else I watched after WandaVision. Oh, Falcon and the Winter Soldier comes out next. That'll be out Friday.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That'll be
Friday? Oh, that's
yeah,
quick.
yeah. That'll be out Friday. Well, they're trying to space them so that they're not too much of a gap. I guess they want to try and keep that subscription base. So
Heck
they
yeah.
got to try. They got to make sure that they pepper in what they can. So
Might I
we'll,
just
we'll see
add
what happens.
that on my computer, it looks like there's a bunch of light coming through this window right here. If I turn around, it's dark. It's
Yeah,
dark
no,
over there.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
good. You're
that's
good
an
on this end.
optical illusion. Yeah, that's what's freaking me out real quick. I was just like, wait a minute. It looks like there's a light shining through there, and
Yeah.
it's not.
No,
Very
no,
dark
you're
indeed
good.
because it's cold, windy, rainy, nasty out right now. So
You're
Yeah, we're
speaking
just
to
starting
my
to get some snow.
soul. I feel it in my soul right now. You know.
heck yeah,
It's dark and gloomy most places. Right now, it's actually been pretty decent here. Sun shining. Uh, well, what's temperature outside?
Oh yeah, the other thing I've been watching is
37.
Superman and Lois.
I heard that's good.
oh
Yeah,
nice.
just started. There's only 3 episodes so far.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
I heard it's pretty good. It's like Superman from one of the
From
series.
Supergirl. Yep,
Yeah, yeah.
from the Supergirl series, which is good because it's um, taking place in the same universe,
Hmm.
which is cool. So it'll add more to the Flash lore, Arrowverse lore. Um,
Heck yeah.
and then Flash has next season. I think starts soon.
It started last Tuesday, and you can
Is
watch it
it?
for
Oh,
free
okay.
on the CW app. I guess I have
Yeah,
not watched it yet.
I gotta go check it. That's why I've been watching Superman and Lois on is the CW app.
Heck yeah.
I've been focused this week on some other stuff, so I've been, you know, lifting the
Yeah.
old weights, and so I barely
Heck
played
yeah.
any games. I did, like I said, I've got to watch Cobra Kai, um, but I was gonna watch The Flash because it's Flash, and I love that show. Even though some people are like, "Oh, it gets so boring after like this part, that part," I'm like, "Listen, I don't care. I just like the show. It's entertaining to me,
Yeah.
That's
and
good.
so they made it clearly for me,
Kid
anyways,
friendly.
and doesn't matter about anyone
Mhm.
else, you know."
Yeah.
Yes, it is kid friendly. It's definitely not inappropriate at all. Uh,
Yeah.
which some things you can kind of be like, they won't know what's going on. But
Mhm.
then there's all the other times where like
Yeah.
kid come walking around the corner, you're like, son of a bitch. You gotta
Mhm.
change the channel. I do that shit when the wife comes in too. She'd be like, "Oh, are you watching that Flash again?" I'm like, "What do you want me to watch?" You know.
Speaking of inappropriate for children, Lucifer's second half of their fifth season's coming out soon. I don't know when that is, but that'll be
Of what show?
Lucifer.
Lucifer on Netflix.
Lucifer. Ah,
Yeah, he had a
yes, I've
cameo
seen the
in the
commercial.
the last Crisis on Infinite Earths with on the Flash. He did a cameo in there as well. Because his character is part of
Heck
that
yeah.
DC comic universe. So,
Today,
Nice.
we have some company over, as you can hear. We
mhm.
It's St. Patrick's Day weekend, and that's a wonderful thing, and it's a big part of our family. And so we were sitting out in the living room. We had my mother-in-law, my wife, and my wife's aunt. So my mother-in-law's sister, the girls, like two of the my nieces and my daughter, and one of the cousins were all sitting at the table, and I'm sitting in the living room, and all the ladies are talking about how we're all double vaccinated, and we're just like, well, this is different. We did this last year, but when we did it last year, we're like, man, I think we're breaking a law or something. Being together right now. yeah.
Nice.
Uh, but yeah, so it was really kind of an interesting thing. But so as life is starting to open and bloom a little bit again. Uh, my wife works at the nursing home, and she said that they just started having one like so people were able to come in and go see their loved ones or whatever.
Hmm.
Uh, they could
Nice.
hug them,
Visitations.
they can hug them and touch them, and up face to face
Hmm.
meeting with their loved ones as long as they're both double vaccinated.
Yeah.
Uh, as in the elder,
Yeah.
you know. So it was like it's been really emotional for that type of a facility and stuff, and she was telling me about it the other day, and I thought it was really awesome. And then one of my good friends come over, and he's like, he said, Jamie, I gotta tell you something. I'm like, what? He said, bam! I got my first shot, and he gave me a big ass hug. He's like, all right, I gotta go. I was just driving by. I'm like, Jesus, man.
Heck,
All right,
heck
like
yeah.
it was like, wow, that was kind of a cool moment for me. Then that moment became realer, and it's life is slowly starting to blossom a little bit. Um,
Oh yeah.
because there's so many people that are vaccinated or have unfortunately come down with it and do have a natural immunity to it for the most part. you know so we'll see what the next year is going to be like, but hey, at least this week we're getting stimulus, which will be really cool. um,
Oh heck yeah.
I plan on buying uh, some gas since we have such high gas prices right now. um, for my
Yeah.
car. It's like 309 a gallon now for us. And here in this area, that's high. It's way
Yeah.
lower in Ohio. I'm sure where you guys are at. Well, maybe I know TJ, your guys' gas got to be pretty far up there, being that area.
Yeah. Not that high though. Not yet.
Not yet.
We're like
Wow.
290s, high 280s, low 290s, depending on where you go.
Wow. What about you, Ty? What do
I
you
think
think?
ours is right around there too. I'm
Okay.
not really 100%.
That's
I'm pretty sure we see $3 every now and again. So, but yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure if I
it
go
depends.
someplace
Summer
on
with the
on
river
camp
right
somewhere, I'm
there.
sure it's probably $3 somewhere.
I got you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy that it went up to 309 here. It did like
So,
a I can't remember what they said the percentage was in such a little time. Uh, like when COVID first hit and like the gas was way down, I was
Yeah, it was
getting
like
shit
two
for like
dollars.
230, 225, 230 here, and in
Yep.
Ohio it was less than $2. And it's
dang.
Ohio's gas prices, their prices on gas, milk, and eggs are way cheaper than anything that we have. Our taxes are way different on them. Um, it's
Hmm.
just it's just wild. Everywhere you go, it's something different. But yeah, the gas is pretty high for us right now. Um, I know that
Heck yeah.
that's a big change, and a lot of people have been discussing that
Yeah.
around about. It just seems like it's kind of ridiculous. And then I was reading it through my feed yesterday that Governor Wolf of Pennsylvania is trying to change something like to take off the gas tax or whatever, and do it differently or something like that. I didn't get to really read it all that in depth because I was pooping when I was reading it, And I'm really focused on what I'm there to do, Try to get business right out.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's
yeah, it's just crazy. Like I've been going over like what other things the stimulus package covers and stuff this time around to see. And it's actually pretty good for most part from what I can see, rather than it going like all of it or half of it overseas.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a good portion of it's staying here, which is, I
yeah.
mean, the only thing
That's
we could
good.
get was that $15 minimum wage, federal minimum wage, which I didn't think was going to go through anyway. But, but yeah, I mean, seemed like they were thinking more about, the people this time around, um, $300 or $400 a week uh, for people with
Unemployment.
unemployment. Yeah, rental assistance, 25 billion in rental assistance for low and moderate income households. Another 5 billion set aside for struggling renters to pay their utility bills. Um, the federal eviction moratorium has been extended, I believe. Um, they did put stuff in for people, help for the hungry. The 15% increase in food stamp benefits have been through September. What else was there? Oh, the big one. One of the big ones was child care and child tax credits. The plan calls on Congress to create a $25 billion emergency fund and add 15 billion to an existing grant program to help children care providers, including family child care homes, to pay for rent, utilities, and payroll, and increased costs associated with the pandemic, like personal protective equipment.
That's awesome that it's,
Heck yeah, man. It's
you
like they're
know,
covering a lot of good stuff.
Child tax credits. So they boosted the child tax credits. Um, so it's a child tax credit of 3,600 for children under the age of 6, and 3,000 for those between ages 6 and 17 for a year.
yeah, and they just pay it out throughout the year rather than giving it to you back at during income tax. I think is what I heard.
There you
Oh,
go.
is it? Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I don't see. It doesn't say on here what that about that.
That's what I heard from
I got
the OG. That's the OG. That's the original Google. That's what we refer to the wife. She knows way more than I do. She's much more of a specialist than I am. So the
Yeah, just
OG.
it's
That's actually a joke in a friend of hers' family. They're like, yeah, we call our grandpa OG. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And they're like, yeah, original Google. I'm like, that's funny.
uh,
that is funny.
oh man, yeah,
Oh
yeah. It's
yeah.
the small businesses too. They provided 15 billion to create a new grant program for small business owners separate from the existing Paycheck Protection Program. It also processes making a $35 billion investment in some state, local, tribal, and nonprofit financing. Wow. Yeah. So I mean, they really went. They did school aids, state and school aid, increased vaccines and testings. Yeah, they really a lot of the big stuff got hit pretty well. So I'm pretty happy with it. I mean,
Nice.
it looks like at least on the surface, I don't really dig too deep into it, but at least on the surface, it looks like a good chunk of that money is going to where it should be going. Um,
Nice.
Yep, right to Walmart or Amazon or Sam's Club. It's gonna be a
well, I mean,
lot of
that's what the
places.
stimulus package is for. It's supposed to
Right.
go to they want you
The
to spend
economy.
it.
They
That's why
want to
it's
boost
yeah.
the economy. They say, we talk about it. They don't want you to use it on paying your debt and stuff.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm using it to pay debt.
Listen, they got a
I
70.
spent enough on
They got a
on the
70
stimulus.
inch TV on Amazon for like a reasonable amount, and I'm like, damn, that's
Oh,
how much I
I
have
don't think
saved up.
I don't think I need that.
Yeah, well, who actually needs a 70 or a 75-inch TV? Nobody.
It's 60, and it's just
Who
not.
needs
It's just
the same guy
overkill
that
at
needs a
this point.
Kraken hat? There it is. I yeah, I was telling her, I was like, yeah, we should get that. We should get a 75-inch. She's like, for the living room. I was like, yeah. She's like, you just want the 55-inch. I'm like, I didn't think of that. Oh shit. But what would I do with it? I got my 32 hooked up to my Xbox over here, and I've turned it on twice, and you know, a while. The kid was
Yeah,
playing
I
it.
don't know. I've been playing on
It looked
these
cool, man.
monitors, 24-inch monitors, and they're fine.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, like it better.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I got
Um,
this one here. I think it's like probably about 24.
well,
And
I've been playing on this TV since I had the 360.
Heck yeah. Mine finally died there a couple weeks ago, and as soon as we get the stimulus money, that's actually what I'm gonna buy is a new TV so I can give Ty back his TV.
Yeah.
So I robbed the one out of his room,
he'll
and we have
appreciate
another
that.
one, but yeah, he'll like it. This was just the hold us over one.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot you can adjust this chair now to where I don't have to have such good posture. I can just sit back. I didn't know it locked in. That's super
I
interesting
know
to know. Yeah,
I like laying.
exactly.
I always get because when I stream, you were asking about the two monitors. Now, TJ has the optimal system because he's got two, the fancy graphics cards and all that. I have pretty much
Right.
the same laptop you do, so I have a secondary monitor hooked up to it, and like I said, it's around 24. But whenever I'm playing anything on my computer, if you open a game, because for whatever reason, I was able to get OBS to just capture to capture the video itself, like the game display. Now
Mhm.
it won't, so now I have to do it as a window display, and because I can't,
Hmm.
so since it makes me do that, I generally have to have my box over on the extra one of my stream, and then when I'm actually playing on my laptop because it's the primary screen, and I couldn't switch it. It doesn't let you switch them, and then from there, being my primary screen, it's the smaller one and it's further away because it's at the tip of my desk where this is here is like right in front of my face.
Yeah.
And so I have to sit up here. It's like I'll be playing Rocket League for hours, and then I'm like, oh yeah, they can still hear me if I lean back here, dumbass. But then
Nice.
again, it's also Rocket League, so you can help. You're like this anyways.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. Or if you're me, Jamie, you're like,
Yeah, he's fucking. He's 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 got jumping with the ball. I'm
yeah, no, I'm not gonna do a jump, but that's
He's
I
sitting
do.
there.
You'll
He's
hear me
playing.
every now
He's
and again.
playing it like forehand like this. He's like jumping and shit. Yeah.
I get super
I know.
super into that
Sometimes I
game.
hear his chair moving around in the background on his Xbox mic, and it's not a condenser mic, so that thing's
Yeah.
it's loud if it's picking that up in the background. And I'm like, breathe, my man, just breathe, because I know he's on the
Breathe.
edge of his chair. Like,
It's it gets pretty aggressive.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
come on,
nice.
damn it, you're gonna get
It's
hair. You're gonna get beard hair all everywhere. Yes.
it's
Oh yeah. I
trying to get really into the game, and with that game, it gets pretty intense. That's why I like it.
Dude, Jimmy was
That's why I like it,
asking
and
me.
it's all for fun.
Jimmy was asking me about my 7 saves that one game. Remember that dude?
That
I
was
got
awesome.
what was that? 4 epic
That was
saves and 3
crazy.
regular saves in one game. And the score, we beat them 1-0.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Dude,
it was intense.
we were whipping some ass. Me and Ty and Scotty. Oh yeah,
Oh,
dude.
nice.
Yeah,
Oh
we
yeah,
we were wrecking shop. It was fun as hell. Was that Friday night? Yeah, yeah, I think it
I
was
believe
Friday
so.
night.
Yeah,
Because we
yeah.
didn't get to
Because
play.
Saturday night you were gonna be playing.
Yep, yep. Which I did. And that was a really awesome time. Had a lot of
Heck
fun.
yeah,
Saw a lot of familiar faces, and met some new people.
heck yeah.
Yeah, it was really good time, man. We sure were playing our tails off. That's for sure.
Heck yeah. That's awesome. I'm glad you guys had so much fun. I was wondering how it all went, so that's good to hear. Went well.
Yes, sir. I had 2 Captain and Cokes, and that was it. for the duration of the evening. So, because I knew I
Heck
had to
yeah.
wake up today at a decent time, and I knew I had the family over. I'm like, I better not be that guy. Because I've been that guy enough times to not ever do that anymore.
Yeah. What's the family over for? It's just St. Patrick's weekend, so everybody's coming over, hanging out. Heck yeah, that's
Oh
awesome. I didn't know
yeah.
if there was a party going on or what.
Oh man, we
So
threw down. We had all the good stuff. The wife, she makes it because she's really good at it. That what the hell was it? Was that corned beef? Is that what it is?
oh yeah, ooh, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
with cabbage. Um, yeah, she made it in the foodie, so it was like super soft and like, oh dude, it just pulled.
Oh,
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
so good.
ooh,
Oh, so good. Not to brag
ooh.
or nothing. But yes,
Heck yeah,
I
man.
had a hefty amount today, because it was my food cheat day, which I have every day. Yeah,
There you go.
we got one of those little fancy blenders. The wife had gotten it months ago, and I was in the kitchen going through the covers. I seen it. I was, oh shit! I forgot we had this. So I've been making those protein shakes in the morning. Where I'll just take the powder and water and shake them up
Heck
in
yeah.
that. So with the blender, it was like morning, so it was like, I don't give a shit, chopping up friggin' strawberries and blueberries and shit, that because I
Heck
got a couple
yeah.
bags of frozen fruits, and I threw
Oh
them
yeah.
and some milk and some protein powder, a couple rounds, and that shit was
Mm.
delicious. So
That sounds good.
last night at the show, my wife sent me a picture of her drink. It was like wine and something and half my fruit that I got for this week. And then, which is great because I love to share with my main piece.
Oh yeah.
And then, so she's like, well, obviously the kid wants some. So she had to make her with like orange juice and the fruits, It was like strawberries, blueberries, and bananas all frozen in a bag. Plus, I got like a
Oh
bag of
nice.
chunks of mango or something.
Mhm.
Oh
Because,
nice.
I'm just trying a little harder, Me
You're
and
just a
Ty.
fruity guy?
Well, me and Ty were talking about this the other day. I've been, working out pretty much every day. Um, I even yesterday, I didn't get to do a whole crazy lot, but I still put in about 20 minutes, and
Heck yeah.
it's as long as you do something, that's what counts, and that's where I've been at. And I was talking to Ty about it on
Oh yeah.
Friday, and he's saying he was starting up yesterday. So, how's that going?
Well,
Oh,
Friday.
I said
Friday was
I
my initial start day
yes, to
because
clear the air,
we had
I
to
was
go.
just stating a non-fact. That's a fact check. I was only kidding.
I was just saying that Thursday and Friday I was trenching when I was working with my brothers,
Oh,
and I
dude,
was running the shovel.
that's a lot of
So
exercise, my
for
man.
like 3 hours the one day and 5 hours the next day, and that's a lot of shoveling. And I'm still pretty sore from all that.
Best
So
exercise I
that's what
ever
I'm
got
saying.
was working hard,
Oh yeah, and that's
on
the
that
best.
shit.
That's the best type of stuff that I love doing. That and some good old push-ups and sit-ups and stuff like that. But yeah, running a shovel that'll wear you out. That's for sure.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
And when you feel like
Nothing
you're ready to be defeated, you can't because you have to finish it because you're getting paid to do it.
right. Exactly. Oh man, and it's not as bad when it's nice and cool like it is in the spring. When it's midsummer and it's like 100 degrees and you have to be running a shovel like that, that's when you're just drinking gallons of water and you know it's a good workout.
Spend the whole day drinking water and trying to not have your
Oh
boy
yeah.
stick to your leg. Seriously.
Hey, did you guys ever hear about like the dehydration check thing where you squeeze your finger like this and you just kind of like pinch it right there on the skin above your knuckle? And if your knuckle skin stands up like that, that means you're dehydrated. If it immediately goes back down, you're hydrated.
So you're dehydrated at this time.
Yeah, I have to
This-
throw in a bottle of water.
It was a
Yeah,
great example.
what kind of hydration
Great
you're supposed
example.
to be taking.
So, and that's an example for everyone of how easy it is to tell these things.
I seen that on Snapchat or something the other day, and I was just like, "That's genius." I was like, "I've never thought of that."
Mine's just dumb.
I was gonna say. But I mean, TJ, you probably know because it's well over a gallon, I think, right? Like, isn't that how much water you're supposed to drink a day, or like really close to a gallon a day?
It
Water,
depends
especially
on
if you're like
your
exercising and stuff.
your activity and
body weight,
sure your
and
weight,
all that.
what your body weight is. And
Yeah,
Nice.
it's like
you can overhydrate from what I believe as
Oh
well.
yeah,
yes.
flush
you
your whole
can.
body of all the good stuff. Yeah.
It happened to one of my bosses. He was just drinking nothing, nothing but I think it was Gatorade, and they said he overhydrated himself.
Dang.
Oh well.
Yeah, between that
Yeah.
and it's
A lot
just
of
crazy.
Gatorade.
Yep.
The Institute of Medicine recommends that men drink at least 101 ounces of water a day, which is a little under 13 cups. They say women should drink at least 74 ounces a day, which is about 9 cups, a little over 9 cups.
Alexa, how many cups of water are in a gallon?
1 gallon of water is 16 cups.
16 cups. Thank you, Alexa.
So almost a gallon.
So I was drinking enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't drink near enough. I
I
have
drink
probably.
more at work than I do at home.
Oh yeah. Yeah. See, when we're working, my brother has like we have water cups, and then we have like we basically just run off of water jugs and water cups, but we sometimes have like bottled water and stuff in the cooler. And yeah, we're constantly drinking water in the summer because you got to stay hydrated.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
that's,
You
and you're
got to
supposed to
keep
stay
them
hydrated all year
hydrated.
round, but in the summer,
Yeah, I've got a thermos at work, and then when I'm empty, we have water fountains in all the classrooms, so you can just fill up your thermos on the water fountain there. They got like the bottle fills of water fountains.
Oh yeah, those are nice. I remember those from the college. Yeah,
So
those are really nice.
Constantly drinking there, which is good. So I've been falling off on it lately, though, a little bit. Drinking a little bit more soda, but not as bad as I
Yep.
used to. But
It happens.
yeah.
I'm gonna do the noble thing. Go, since this is empty, I'm gonna go grab a bottle of water.
Oh
There you
man,
go, there you
I'm so
go.
tired. Last night we played. I ain't going until late.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning and I'm like, all right, it's time. And I have not woken up all day. Some people called maybe a mild hangover, but I only had 2 drinks, and the time change is just kind of throws your body off. Even though it's an hour. Last night, yeah.
That's why. That's why. So 5 o'clock this morning was like actually 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, yeah.
Right? Yeah. No,
Yeah, I worked yesterday.
that's why my ass is dragging. 3 hours.
Yep. Yep. I lost my extra hour of sleep because I had a certain time I had to get up, and you don't have a choice.
It was tonight that it happens, and I got in my car this morning and looked at the clock, and I'm like, I thought it was, oh shit, it was today. I'm like, all right.
Yes. That just means we're one step closer to summer,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh, absolutely.
Have the school empty.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Deep cleaning.
And then the real hard work begins as soon as the school's empty, buddy. It's just maintenance until the school's empty. Then you get to do the deep cleaning.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's or pull everything out, and we've already started it anyway. Like whenever they go on vacation or anything like that, we start deep
Oh
cleaning
yeah.
like that week. We'll pick a section of the school. I had overtime yesterday, so I did 2 more classrooms by myself yesterday.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, we get it done. We only have 4 people technically at night. We're supposed to have. We should have like 6. Right now, we only have 4.
Was there
We
not
get it
the
done.
other two? Was it just
Well,
what's
they
that?
don't want to hire anybody else. They
Ah,
budget wise, but we need it. I mean, the school's so big. I'm doing a quarter. I'm
yeah.
cleaning a quarter of the school myself.
Yeah.
Well, if I at least know
That's
one guy that
pain.
can get it done, though, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Oh
get
yeah.
it done. My boss gave me a pretty nice compliment the other night, so that was nice. She's like,
That is
the
good.
longer you're here, the freaking better you get, and you're just freaking killing it. She's like, you're doing great. Keep it up. Come to your section. You're doing awesome. All right, thank you.
Heck yeah.
That is
That's
awesome, man.
awesome.
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference when you feel like you're appreciated.
Yeah, exactly. She's not coming in and like,
Oh, for sure.
like my old job. They come and visit your stores and they're like, well, you need to do this. You're not doing this, and this, and you don't get any like, hey, your store looks, awesome. Or like you missed a few
Yeah.
things, but everything else looks fantastic. It's like it's definitely a change of pace. I'm hoping she
Yeah.
doesn't retire anytime soon. I really like. I'm hoping she doesn't, and I'm hoping she does because I kind of want her job. But
But I mean, that's
at
the
the
whole
same time,
point. At the end of the day, is you work hard to move on to that next spot.
yeah,
So it's natural, but you also respect the person and appreciate them as a person and
yeah,
as a leader, and you want to learn as much as you can.
yeah. And
That's the
she
way
goes
that
to bat
Oh,
works.
yeah.
for us too. Like she'll go, to bat for us with superintendent and the principal and all that because they just started opening up sports and now they're doing. That's why I was there yesterday. Is because football practice. So um, they're not using the gym, the locker rooms downstairs and all that, and making those a mess. And she told them, she's like, we don't have the manpower to be doing that every night. She's like, they're gonna have to take care of it. She went to the superintendent and said, you guys, we don't have the people. I need more people. So she started interviewing. Hopefully, we'll have at least a part timer for now to do the locker rooms, the gym downstairs because it's huge. The
Yeah.
bathrooms and cleaning the locker rooms. That takes that's a part timer right there. Just part timer 4 hours, 5 hours a day. Just for that job, and then never mind
Yeah.
like sweeping the gym up upstairs and all that. So
I
yeah,
remember all that.
so she's going to bat for us.
Yeah, I know you remember all
That's
that.
good. I like digging holes now. I like digging holes. Forgot how much I missed digging holes, twisting wires. Uh, it gets a lot of interesting things happen. Last year when we were finishing up the fall, we did 2 different drain legs where we had to rewire the whole leg, and that's going 90 feet up in the air with safety harnesses on, and you clamp on, and you're working with your feet just dangling underneath you. That's a
Yep,
that's a whole fun new change of pace.
yep,
But yeah, man, like it's pretty wild. I never got very much of that appreciation that you were talking about there. You would just bust your ass and same thing. Come into the store, well, you missed this, this, and this. And it's like, well, we don't have the people. This
yeah,
place,
yeah,
maybe if you made so and so, so and so, and so and so actually do their job on the day
yeah.
shift instead of just sit around and drink coffee, maybe more things could get done every day.
Yeah,
But
our night
that's
shift
that's
is really
irrelevant.
good.
That's irrelevant.
Yeah,
Yeah, bringing up old
we don't
memories, TJ.
we don't rely on the day shift for anything.
No, they're worthless. No,
No,
because
no.
they just
They
dump
just
everything on
they've
night shift.
with everything with COVID, they have to focus on cleaning the tables in between lunches and stuff. And now they have it spread out so much. There's so many lunches. So
I was doing it before COVID, and they
yeah,
just didn't do diddly shit. So
yeah. I mean, I'm sure it'd probably be the same with these guys, but It's
Get paid to play a puzzle and sit on your butt in your office and watch Netflix, and then complain the next morning when the night crew didn't do all their work and your work as
and
well.
yours, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we never
Sounds like there's a
have a
whole
night.
lot of divas that.
Yeah, we never have a night where we
Yeah.
don't finish
Oh.
everything. We make sure we get everything done.
Yeah.
But it's
Oh yeah.
she's very good about making sure that the day crew at least has like a guideline of what they need, the minimum of what they need to get done. Like she only puts people on the day that she doesn't think are very strong, because it's basically all you're doing is just sweeping the commons, wiping tables down, and changing trash.
Not running the big
And you, you
machines.
you go and check the bathrooms and clean the bathrooms, but they're not very good at that either. But
Yeah.
it's not like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's because like, on night shift you have to be self-reliant. You have to be able to take care of your
Oh yeah.
section without your boss there going, hey, you got to get that done too, don't forget to do that, then go do this, and they will do that. You have to know, okay, I've got to get all this stuff done and have a
Yeah.
plan for it. And, you know April,
Oh yeah.
the night classes start back up, so I don't know if those are going to be in person or not, but but you have to, obviously with night classes you got to change how what classrooms you do first and all that, and because
Oh yeah.
teachers still in there, or they might be like my electrical shop has a night class that starts at between his work goes between 5 and 8. So I jump to his class right when I get there at 3. I do his theory room and his bathroom and his trash and his hand washing stations and stuff before his class starts. So that way it's done and I don't have to mess with it.
Yeah.
And
Heck
then
yeah.
I can just pop in afterwards and wipe the tables down. But it's just him in there, so it's not a big deal. But
Yeah.
when the classes start back up in April, I think they might go to in person. I'm not sure yet. But if they go to in person,
Nice.
I've got to change how I do. I'm gonna have to change it to make it my last class of the night, because then I have to just wait till they're all done. I'm not gonna clean it and then have them clean it again. If there's like
Yeah.
10 people in there, so, and 15 people. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Iowa, which is right next to us, they
Mhm.
just like reopened everything.
Yeah,
Um, Everything's like there's no more masks or anything. But in Illinois, it's still pretty heavily like put on your mask and everything, which is good. Uh, but it's pretty wild because you can go 20 minutes either way and it's complete complete shift.
yeah.
Uh,
That's the
yeah.
problem that a lot of people have is like, I at first I was like, I was very like, there's a lot of, 1 minute they're saying this, 1 minute they're saying that, and I was listening to something from one of the podcasts that Neil deGrasse Tyson does, and he made a good point that science is always figuring out more stuff about this, like they're learning new things as it goes along. So obviously, the reactions and the strategies are going to change as time goes on. They're going to realize, okay, this doesn't work, we're not going to do this. you know Zimbabwe. And so I mean, I've kind of morphed my understanding of it a little bit because of that. But at the same fact, like you said, even with all the science facts that we have, even with all that, each state and even different counties and towns do things differently. Like
Oh yeah.
it's so sporadic in the way they deal with things, and I think that's what's caused a lot of the confusion and a lot of the distrust, is that there's no like one person that's saying, okay, everybody in the United States, this is how we're handling it. This is what the science has told us about it, and we need to, we need to all wear masks outside. I think this is a type of thing that needs to be handled on a federal level as opposed to a state level. You know, so it gets
Yeah.
more of a clear, defined answer and a clear, defined way to handle it. Because letting the governors, I mean, California, take for instance, they're opening things and they're closing everything down.
Yeah.
While other states are opening up, they're still closing everything down. You know what I mean? Like there's no consistency to it. And it just doesn't make sense. Like some states say you can have outdoor dining, some states say you can't. So, like it's some it just varies too much, I think, and it's created a lot of distrust. And
Oh yeah.
Fauci at this point, I think, just needs to shut up and just kind of sit back for a minute and go, yeah, because it's his. I don't know if it's like he's getting flustered by being out in the eye of the public this long, but it just seems like every time it's different. Now they want us to wear two masks. Like you the numbers are going down, yes, but it's not because there's two masks. It's just
No.
not enough people that are doing. I haven't seen anybody wear two masks.
I was gonna say, do either of you guys, are you required to wear two masks while you work? Because I have enough trouble with one. I'm happy to wear one, especially like when I go into places.
No, I
Like
wear
that's
one.
yeah, but like I'm not
When
wearing
I'm not
two.
around people. I'm only around people when I go, like when we go on break. We're in a hallway now because we had to bring our break room tables out into the hallway, so we weren't all on top of each other. So
Yeah.
we're sitting 6 feet apart, and we have lunch. But yeah, no, we wear masks. But like when I go out in public and I
I
go out
mean,
into like Stop and Shop, things like that, and into buildings and stuff like that, I'll wear my mask. If I go through like a drive-through, I'll put my mask on when I get to the window. That's more of a courtesy thing, you know what I mean? Like they've got their
yeah.
mask and they've got the shield usually, so it's not really, I think I'm being a little bit over extra on it, but it's a simple thing I can do, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
not really impeding me. Like when I work, when I'm working by myself in my section, I still have my mask like over my mouth. I have it down under my nose so I can
Mhm.
actually like breathe. But
Breathe.
when I see somebody or hear somebody, I pull my mask up. You know,
Well, technically, didn't they say that your nose stops just as much stuff as a mask does? So
yeah,
if you have a
that's
mask
another
on and
thing.
you're
Some
breathing
people
through
are
your
saying
nose,
it is, and some people disagree because
partially at least,
if you breathe, if you pick your nose like I do, you'll have no
who
air
doesn't
in
pick their
there.
nose? That's the real question.
I
Honestly, let's
can't
do
I,
the truth
I
moment.
can't stand
Like
boogers.
who doesn't
I can't
every
stand
now and
boogers in
again
my nose.
scratch their nose or
Well, for being
Hmm.
honest,
I mean
who
it's not
doesn't
like
wet
you're
their
sitting
bed?
there.
No takers.
It's been a while,
I
but
just, I
Been a
just can't
while.
stand. I just can't stand
I was
boogers.
drunk.
tequila and moonshine do not mix together
No, they
necessarily.
No,
sure
yeah,
don't.
Bad.
They
Bad.
definitely
sure
not.
do not.
Bad, bad, bad. Drink
Um,
uh yeah. Mm.
one bourbon, one shot, one beer.
One
Yeah,
beer.
fucks me up every time.
Mm.
It might even lead to discomfortable things. Um,
Absolutely.
No,
yeah, man. Ooh, glad I don't drink like that no more. Jesus. Oh, golly.
It's a long time. That's like 2 years ago, I think I did that. So yeah, 'cause the twins weren't even born yet.
See, I don't
It's
consider
just
it picking my
unwinding,
nose. I consider it plowing my nose. Like a
plowing.
snow pile. Yeah, you just gotta get it out of there.
Oh yeah,
Just gotta clear it
got an
away.
obstruction.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Um, so yes, it's very normal, and people can say whatever they want. I don't know about the nose stopping, the mask, like or as much as the mask. It's I'm not too sure about that. Me, I wear a mask. All pretty much. I mean, whenever I go anywhere, I have to wear a mask. When I'm at work, uh, I generally am around people, so I generally have my mask on. If I'm, by myself at a computer, then that baby's off. If I'm in a utility room putting stuff away and there's nobody in there, that baby's off. You know,
Mhm.
as soon as my beard starts to sense
Good stuff.
people, it's like the cat whiskers. I'm like, Shh, like let's do this.
Yep.
You know, um,
It's right there, ready to rock and roll.
and then other times I wear a popper machine. That's the one of those ones that have the hood with a splash shield, with a
Yep.
hose off the back with a air, circulator. Uh,
Mhm.
you know, so
Yeah,
you know when I'm at work and I'll wear that if I don't have my mask on because I have to go
yeah,
do certain tasks and stuff like that.
Yep.
But
yeah.
yeah,
So that's completely understandable. Being in a hospital setting and everything,
hmm
that's what you would hope would be happening because that's where the most vulnerable people are going to be, you know,
oh
type
yeah,
of
dude,
situation.
lots of hand sanitization and washing throughout the day, lots and lots and lots.
Hmm.
Every time we go to an area, we put stuff away and we're done with that area and we go downstairs. It's like almost clockwork. You don't even realize you do it most of the time anymore. You bring your cart back, you empty up the boxes, put away your overstock, whatever. Go to the bathroom, wash your hands, sanitize. But and
Yep.
we wear gloves, all day long when we're putting
Hmm.
stuff away because it keeps your hands from drying out on the cardboard. It
Yeah.
keeps you from getting scratches, and because obviously it's just a lot cleaner to be touching them with a pair of gloves than it is your regular hands all the time. Um, so yeah, being in that type of a setting, it's definitely typical, normal, and
Oh, yeah.
thankful for it. You know, I'm glad that it's like that where I work at this time. Peace of mind.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. The mask is more for peace of mind, I think, for myself as well. You know, I just, I feel better when I know I'm wearing it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, for some people, it makes them look better, makes them more confident. You know, whatever people's story is, it's awesome. Um,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I don't know, man. It's been a long week for me. It's been a great week, just great.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been working out a lot. It just feels good to be getting back into that. Um,
Yeah.
I needed that. I tried at the beginning of last year. Around this time, I was gonna try and get into it, and I did a little bit, and then it's just like blah. I just kind of petered out. And this year, I'm like, okay, well, I ain't getting any younger. I am getting better looking, but I ain't getting any younger. So I figured I'd put in some more work, and that's all I've been doing is just trying to grind, man. Uh, Last night's show, we had some people there that haven't heard us play, and they were just really impressed with what we did, and it makes you feel good when you get support from people that you don't know, and uh, it just again, it's hard work pays off, and right now as a band, I feel we're the tightest we've ever been as a
Yeah.
unit. Not even just playing the songs, but just as a group of people. Sharing the same vision, and it's been awesome. And I got to talk to this other guy. He was running. He was like running the sound last night, but he's also a bass player, and it was really nice because I'm like, hey man, I don't know much about anything, so I'm gonna have lots of questions if you don't mind. And he's like, nah, man, anytime. So I've been hitting him up, and he's been giving me all
Mhm.
kinds of suggestions on things to do for my sound, and uh,
Nice.
it's just really cool to just have someone you can talk shop with that, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's awesome.
Yes. Just trying to alleviate the loud background noise that happens
You're
in
fine.
a family party setting. Um, but yeah, so it was, because I've talked to you many times about like how I try to find my sound and all that, and he was giving me great suggestions on like some better EQing on my pedal. But he basically told me that he asked me where my settings were on my guitar because there's three knobs and I have active
Mhm.
EQs. So one's basically your master volume, and then you have a active treble and active bass, to help push it. And I
Mhm.
have mine all cranked up all the way on. And he's like, no. He said, he's like, you can do that, but if you're looking for this type of a tone or that type of a tone, you want to bring them back and put them at like halfway, and then let your pedal do all the tonage and bring all the life to the sound. Your pedal, much like your amp, let it bring all those punchy tones and all those things that you want to really pierce through. And it was just really cool. I had a good
Cool.
explanation on that, and had someone that took the time. Hold on.
Yeah, sometimes you just need that outside voice every now and then that has a little bit different view on what you're doing to help you kind of tune everything in.
Well, somebody that obviously enjoys working on it and
Mhm.
does the grind, and actually can give you knowledge worth something, that to where you understand it as well. Because I
Yeah.
guess if he would, if I had tried to have this conversation with him, this guy in particular, like 2 years ago, I probably wouldn't have known much of dick of what he was talking about anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Yep.
But it's just really cool to see some camaraderie in the local scene. Um, they were me and a couple of my buddies were talking last night, and his band's gonna be playing in a couple weeks, so we're gonna go check them out. And got another buddy who, his band and him and his wife's band are gonna be playing, so I'm gonna go watch them because you gotta give back to the community. But then you
Yeah.
have, then you have other people, right? So do you have other people that'll send you an invite to their show, and the first year you played in your band, you played 43 shows. The second year you played like 20 shows, and then your third year you've already played like six. And you ain't never seen any of these people's faces at any of these shows, and I'm talking even at a hometown fair,
Mhm.
right? And then they send you an invite to their show, and
Mhm.
you know what I said? God damn it, I should do that. I should go watch my friend play. Because you know what? Life's too
Yeah.
damn short.
Yeah.
And, I told my wife, and I mean, I know I told you guys, I said, when things get a little bit more relaxed, I'm going to go watch a lot more bands play.
Mhm.
I've been
Oh,
blessed
heck yeah.
throughout this that we've had people that don't normally get to check us out, or we don't normally get to talk to, that have come to some of our shows, and so when their band's getting back out and playing, you're gonna go watch them because you don't forget that stuff. You always want to
Exactly.
help each other out, and so yeah, it's just really cool. I think COVID's helping a lot with that type of a situation for things and people. To see just things outside of that light. I
Heck yeah.
me being one of the people, I just want to go see bands. I want to see what other people do. You're not gonna find inspiration if you don't look for it, or if you
Yeah.
don't know what you're looking
It's
for.
true. It's
Yeah.
very, very
Very
true,
true.
man. Yeah. Well, had to step away for a second because my wife was calling me. Apparently, she didn't take my advice 6 months ago when I told her when we bought her car for her to go and get a duplicate made. And she locked her keys in her car over in the town,
Yowzer!
Oh,
40 minutes away.
that's-
So yet now she's calling a lockpick guy, like come and unlock it. But yeah, so
Getting a
what are
stimulus
you gonna do?
package next week. Remember that.
I just bought her a brand new minivan that is my brother is having the door fixed and it professionally detailed, and it's a very nice new minivan, and uh, it's not brand new, it's new to us, but
Mhm.
it's 2015, 16
There
Caravan,
you go.
I believe, Dodge Caravan. But yeah, so maybe another month with this vehicle, and we're just eking it by. So not gonna invest any more money in this.
So at
It's
this point,
it's
you're
not a
like,
very good vehicle.
gotta pay a locksmith to come. Whatever. I only got a month left. That's when you
Haven't made
just
any
get it done.
payments on it. I haven't had to make any payments on my truck for the last 2 years. And I'm driving my truck into the dirt. Like when that thing finally falls to pieces, that's when I'll go get a new vehicle. But till that, I'm getting all the goodie out of it. Not having to make a truck payment every month, awesome.
Yeah.
So, and if a deer just happens to jump out in front of me, or the tree next to my house happens to fall on it because it's a little bit overgrown, so be it. Full coverage on both vehicles. So, what are you gonna do?
Oh, that's awesome.
No, we're gonna get the new minivan, and that's when it's gonna happen. Just wait. Knock on wood. Oh, geez, I shouldn't have said that. That's bad.
Nope.
If that comes and ends up happening, I will admit it. But
He would be like, shit.
we'll remember episode 49. Remember when you brought that up, Ty?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's gonna be another week in lockdown. It's gonna be another week of trying to stay positive and. Oh, I gotta say goodbye to these girls real quick. My niece is here.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's
Alrighty, buddy.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy. We'll see what happens with all this stuff going on. I'm watching
Oh, yeah.
the stock market and all the craziness with the GameStop stock is jumping back up again. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that, see what's going on.
So you said it's going back up again.
Yeah, it's at
One of the guys that I play
264
games with
now.
was he was making fun of the people that held on to him and that they ended up losing a bunch of money or something like that. But now you say they're back up at the climb again. It's
Yeah, it's gonna jump all over. It's so volatile of a stock. It goes up and down, so you got to kind of keep an eye on it. But
I just love seeing the kids, man. Fucking the family, you
Yeah.
know. It's just, yeah, it's awesome. Makes you,
it is awesome.
it makes you just feel alive, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, well, it sounds like there's a lot, you know, going on around. Do you have anything else you wanted to bring to the table today, there, Ty or TJ?
you good?
I just want to wish everybody a happy week ahead and hope that everything works out well for them, that we get some good weather. Everybody can kind of go outside and start living life again. So that's what
Oh, yeah.
I just best wishes to everybody.
Next
Oh, yeah.
week, episode 50.
Halfway to 100.
5-0.
I'd ask you guys if you thought we would have made it, but I figured we were going to make it, you know.
Oh yeah.
But it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like when do you
Oh,
draw
yeah.
the line? I don't know. Until then,
Where
who cares?
there is no
you know,
line.
you just this has been the constant, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I love it, and yeah, I hope you guys have a great time out there, everybody. I hope you guys also, you know, do all those fun things we always talk about. Looking forward to the next show. It's going to be exciting to see how the next week goes and you know what happens in our country because it's going to be St. Patrick's Week.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll see some real nice things on the news, positivity in its finest
Oh,
display.
yeah.
Maybe I might get a TV. I don't know. Not that I watch it, you know, but I don't have to watch it. I can just let the dogs watch it. My wife, you know.
There you go.
So, yeah. So, with that being said, I hope you guys all stay happy, stay healthy, stay focused. That is very important on the things that bring you joy, you know, and don't be afraid to live your best life. Obviously, because that's what I'm gonna do. Because happiness, my friends, is like anything else in this world. It requires practice, lots and lots of practice. So, with that being said, I would like to say thank you. It's been real. Deuces.
Thank you.
Later.